Good evening, everybody. Let me get my lighting straight. How's everybody doing on this Thursday night? I'm trying to get this situated. All right. Come on in. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Oops. Technical difficulties. I don't know where my tech girl is tonight. But how's everybody doing? I'm good. I'm doing well. And I hope all of you are doing fine. Just want to share with you tonight. I'm excited. I'm just excited about some things going on and, you know, life happening and things. Come on in, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Hello. Hello. I'm great. I'm great. Come on in. So tonight I want to talk to you guys about some A's: allowance, awareness, acceptance, attitude, and then action. So I don't know if we'll get to all of them tonight, but if not, we'll pick up next week. But I want to talk about allowance, awareness, acceptance, and I'll be glancing at my notes. I'm sorry. Allowance, awareness, acceptance, my attitude, and my actions. So in talking about these things, oftentimes just thinking about myself, sometimes being in a place of where you want to grow. I'm always in a place where I want to grow. I want to be better. I want to, you know, I want to work on me, and I want to be my best self. And so I think about all of you and talking with all of you sometimes about just different things going on with your life. We should always be in a place where we're getting better. But tonight, and sometimes a part of that realization is becoming aware of what I allow in my life. Some things that we allow in our lives that are not good for us. Sometimes that's my habits. Sometimes that's my attitude. Sometimes that's my character. Sometimes that's my demeanor. And it's not beneficial for me. And people might accept it and people might go along with it, but we have to really sit and look at ourselves and, you know, and ask ourselves, is this really good for me? And are the things that I allow in my life, which are not, you know, it's those negative things. And it's not the good stuff. It's not the good things that hold us back. It's the simple little small things that keep us stuck. So what is it in my life that I allow? And I want to ask you this: in the process of your growth, John Maxwell said his friend asked him in the beginning of his book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, do you have a plan for personal growth? So I want to ask all of you that tonight. What is your plan for personal growth? I know we have a plan for where we're going on vacation. We have a plan for, you know, what you're going to do for retirement, what you think you're going to do for retirement, but do you really have a plan to grow personally? And I think for all the spirituality that we get, all the other stuff that we get, you know, religion, whatever it might be, oftentimes we're not in the full potential of those things because we don't have a plan for it. We receive it, but we receive it while we're at the moment. But when the moment is over, we have no movement. We have no momentum. We have nothing to carry us into the next thing. And so as a result, we don't get results. We don't get positive results, and we remain the same. And so you guys are probably tired of hearing me say this, but it's the same. It's the same thing with us over and over and over again. I'm not advancing forward. I'm not growing. I'm not getting better. And oftentimes we don't know why, or we think it's somebody else, when in actuality, it's really not anybody else, it's me. So I have to look at what I allow in my life. What is it that I allow in my life that might be keeping me stuck? What is it that I really allow in my life that's preventing me from being better? What am I allowing in my life that's keeping me from growing and being my best self? There's so much potential in us. I love to talk about capacity. The Lord shared that with me one day, capacity. And I won't go into that with you because I'm working on that book. But capacity is so big. How much can I actually take? How much can I actually give? How much can I actually do? How much more of me is in me and I'm not even using it? How much more potential do I have? What ideas do I have that I haven't even tapped into, because my mind is like my car. It's so cluttered and so stuffed with things that I can't think sometimes. I can only think on what I'm doing at the moment. And as a result, I don't create a movement. And as a result, I don't build momentum. And so you have to look at yourself, look at your own life, and get a pen and a piece of paper. And I do this sometimes, and write it down. What is it that I am allowing in my life that keeps me stuck? Maybe it's lack of discipline. Maybe it's laziness. I know for me, sometimes I can get up and I can go walk and I can get it in and I can do 2 a days. And then some days I get up and I don't want to do anything. So what am I allowing that makes me feel comfortable, but it's really not good for me? What am I allowing in my life on a regular basis? And listen, those are the things that I'm comfortable with that makes me feel good, but it's not good for me. It's more so to my detriment than it is to building me up. It's more to my demise than it is to making me great, to making me better. So what are those things that I allow in my life? And it's not making me better. It's really tearing me down. Sometimes it might be the people in my life. Sometimes it's my very habits. Look at the way that you do things. Look at how often you do certain things a certain way all the time. Look at your eating habits. Look at your spending habits. And so what is it? What is my daily routine, my life routine that is not good for me? And I'm allowing all these things to come into my life. And when you start looking at what you allow in your life, how uncomfortable are you willing? You have to ask yourself, how uncomfortable am I willing to be in order to be better? And some of us cannot be better, or I'm not willing to be better because I don't want to be uncomfortable in my life. So I'm here at my job doing the same job. I don't want to promote because it's more work, it's more money, but we're looking at it's more work, it's more sacrifice, it's a greater commitment. Some of us aren't starting that business. Some of us are stepping out in that ministry because it's more work, it's more money, it's more of my time. And listen, I don't want to be uncomfortable. I think about that just for me. I want to run and I want to run hard, but then I get to a place where sometimes I just don't want to do anything. And I keep cutting off my own blessing. I keep cutting off my own hands. What are you allowing in your life that's robbing you of your next level, of your blessing? What is it? So that means I have to sit down and I have to think about, what are my weaknesses? In what areas in my life am I weak, and it's distorting me, it's weakening me, it's making me, it's taking me low, it's lowering the standard we talked about last week and the week before. It's lowering my value. Here I am of Maserati value or Lamborghini value, and I'm here, and then I'm allowing these Yugo mentalities to come into my mind, these Ford mentalities. Here you are, a Maserati, a Lamborghini, but you're allowing this Ford mentality to come in and rob you. What are you allowing? What are your weaknesses? And oftentimes, because we're human and we are egotistical sometimes, I don't want to talk about where I'm weak, but that's what's taking us down. Sometimes it's my thought process. Sometimes it's my self-esteem. What do you feel about you? What is it? How do you feel about you? What do you think about you? What do you say to you? We talked about this last week. Your self-talk. What do your limiting beliefs look like? We know what your big beliefs are, but what stops the limiting beliefs or stops the big beliefs are your limiting beliefs. What do you think about you? What do you believe about you? What are your weaknesses? Is it lack of discipline? Is it lack of focus? What are my shortcomings? Am I still anchored by my failures? Some of us can't move forward. I told you a few weeks ago, because we have that rear view mirror mentality. Here it is. You have a huge windshield in front of you, but you're looking at everything from this little tiny rear view mirror that just only shows you a glimpse of what's behind you. And we're actually trying to look in the rear view mirror behind us to actually go forward. And it can't happen. What are you allowing that's actually robbing you? What are you allowing? Yeah, lack of exercise. And the doctor said I could do this. If I did this, I would be better. And the doctor told me this. And then my accountant told me this. And, if I did this, if I did this, I know I would be better. And you're not doing it because I just don't want to. When I think about it, it's just that I just don't want to. And just this morning, I said, for once, go against what you want to do and do what you need to do. I said this to myself just this morning. Go against what you want to do. Go against what you feel and do what you really need to do, Natalie. Go against everything that says, nah, I just want to do this because this is just what I want to do. Go against everything that tells you to just do it because you've grown. We know you can do it because you've grown, but that's how we got in the mess that we're in. That's how we got where we are. That's why we're stuck right now. That's why I'm broke right now. That's why I'm struggling with illness right now. That's why I have more clothes than I have money right now. Because there's nothing that I would deny myself. And in me not having any discipline and not denying myself, I keep falling short. So I keep allowing lack of discipline to come in and lack of focus to come in and laziness to come in and lack of commitment to come in and disorder to come in. And as a result, I keep getting the same thing. Be mindful of what you allow, because what you allow will eventually overtake you and then it wipes you out. Listen to me. So be mindful of everything that you give yourself that's not good for you. What are your weaknesses? And that can be food, that can be your habits, whatever your habits are, whatever it is that you love so much that you know you can't be doing anymore. That might be a person. Real talk. That might be a person. Come on here. That might be anything. That might be shopping. That might be, it's nice to buy things, but listen, I could have you come in my closet and shop. And we need more stuff for what? We don't need more stuff, tangible things. We don't need more stuff. We need more stuff. I need more stuff. And so here we are. We get sick and tired of life. I was thinking about this walking yesterday morning. We get sick and tired of life being so hard. And we fail to realize we're the ones actually creating the hard spots in our lives. Nobody else is causing my life to be hard. Most of the hard part in my life is coming from me. And it's because I have no plan for my life. I have no plan to grow personally. And I'm looking for somebody else to do that for me, to help me do it. Listen, and nobody else can help you. I can give you the information, but you have to actually get up and do something. How bad do you want it? What's your target? What's your goal? What's your focus? So you got to be mindful of what it is that you are allowing in your life. Just allowing in your life, and it's wiping you out. Some of us have a problem with telling people no. Some of us have a problem with dismissing people in our lives. Some of us have a problem. We stay with the wrong people for sentimental reasons, and they are robbing you. They don't have any plans for growth, and they don't want you to have any plans. They want you to be two peas in a pod going nowhere. Listen, be mindful of those people. You got to come to understand everybody is not for you. I contemplated going live and just coming out talking to you guys. Well, what if people don't listen? The people that don't listen are supposed to listen. And the people that do listen are supposed to listen. And I'm grateful for the people listen. The feedback has been amazing. And here I am in my own self, my own weakness, wrestling with the people that I know that don't listen. And the responses haven't been from the people that I know. It's been from the people that don't know me and I don't know them. And so thank all of you. And so you got to get in your head, the people that can't receive you, the people that don't accept you, that's not who you're supposed to connect with. And we keep trying to connect with the wrong people. We keep allowing the same old thing year after year, day after day, week after week. I just saw Go Miss Rafer. Wow. We keep allowing the same things over and over and over again, and we're expecting different results with the same people, the same habits, the same demeanor, the same character, the same attitude. We keep getting the same results. That's insanity. So you got to be honest with yourself and ask yourself, what is it that I keep allowing that's keeping me stuck? And for me, you got a stop-start mentality, Natalie. If you don't want to do it, you just don't do it and you just stop. And when I want to do it and I'm going 120%. But the only person that it hurts is me. The only person that it hurts is me. You got to get out of your head other people. You have to let go of those people that are anchors in your life and that are not wings. Some people are wings in your life. They help you to take off. And some people are anchors. They pull you down. You got to let go of all of that stuff. What are you allowing? Just allowing yourself to be overtaken to get the same results. And so when I look at what I'm allowing in my life that's keeping me stuck, look at your weaknesses, look at your shortcomings, look at your failures that you keep holding on to. Stop looking behind you. I teach this part of the lesson in my empowerment class. There are two positions in our past. We can either reminisce or we can reflect. So when you reminisce, you look back. But you look back with an emotional connection. And oftentimes when we reminisce, we get caught up, we get stuck back there because it's emotional. And I'm going through all the phases now that I went through back then when I reminisce. But when I reflect, I glance back, I look back for the purpose of going forward. So I don't care what you've gone through. I don't care what's behind you. I don't care what happened to you. And I'm not downplaying anything in your life, but this is how you let go of the anchors. Stop reminiscing. Stop looking back to be the victim. Stop looking back and feeling so sad about what you lost, the money you lost, the person you lost, the time that you lost, the people that you lost. Stop looking back and reminiscing and getting hooked and getting stuck. And just look back for the purpose of reflecting to empower you for what happened behind you to go forward. And when you change, when you shift your mindset from reminiscing to reflecting, you'll start taking off in front of you. Many of us can't go forward because we take our past and we put it in front of us. And because my present only knows how to be the present, when you bring the past and you put the past in front of you, it shuts down the present. And then it just stands there. The past does not move. It only sits there. And then the present is trying to go forward to the future, and the present can't get there because my past stands in front of me. And so in order for me to get to what's in front of me, I got to take what's in front of me and put it behind me where it should be, because it's robbing me of my possibilities. What used to be, listen to me, what used to be in your life is robbing you of what can be right now and what's supposed to be later. Let me repeat that. What used to be in your life is robbing you of what can be in your life right now and denying you of the possibilities of what should be in your life later. So you got to let go of that anchor called the past. And you have to start walking in the power of the present in order to get to the promises of your future. If not, you'll always get what you'll get. You'll always have the habits that you have. You'll always have the discipline that you have, or the lack thereof. You'll always have those same old people in your life telling you, girl, remember that time? I remember when we used to. Nothing wrong with reflecting, glance backwards, come on here, but run forward. But don't get caught up. It reminds me of the movie Set It Off. And the girls are on a roof somewhere. They would go sit on this roof and they just smoking their joints, getting high, laughing and joking about what used to be, but no promises, trying to get to the future. But what's behind them is preventing them. And that's how some of us look. We get comfortable and we just chilling on the roof doing what we do, talking about what used to be, but we have no plans to go forward. And so in the present day, we keep doing the same things over and over and over and over again with the same people over and over and over and over again. We're afraid of growth. We're afraid of the next level. We're afraid of advancement. We're afraid of stepping out of our comfort zones. We're afraid to be better. I'm afraid to let go of what I'm holding on to. In order for anything to get in your hands, nothing can go out. But listen, if your fists are closed, nothing can get in either. And I'm afraid of living my possibility. And I told you last week, so we just consume. We don't own it. We just buy it. We just give our money away. Because my creativity is so blocked from what I used to be. It's so blocked from all the weight of life of my past just yesterday. That my creativity can't even see a view, can't even see clear enough to see a greater possibility in front of me. Remember, I told you last week, we want greater, we want better, but oftentimes we're not willing to do what we need to do to get it. And that means I got to look at what am I allowing in my life that's robbing me? And the things that we allow come in so easily. Listen to me. The things that we allow into our lives, they overtake us so easily because they are familiar. They're familiar to us. They're comfortable. They make us feel good. They make us look good. They make us, they keep us coddled. They coddle us. And so those things that we allow to come in, they come in as friends, but they're really snakes. They're really enemies, and they're robbing us. So you go to work, you work 8 hours for somebody, and comfort comes in, and comfort says, girl, you tired. Man, you need to lay down. You tired. Don't go work out. Don't go study. Don't go do this. Don't go work on your business because you're tired because you worked somebody else's plan today. Don't work on your plan. You don't feel like it. And comfort comes in as a snake, and it wraps itself up around us, and it makes us feel good, and then it robs me of my time. TV comes in as a comfort. Just sit on the couch and watch TV. Someone said to me one time, I come in from work, and just to clear my mind, they said, I binge watch TV for 5 hours until it's time to go to bed. And I said, and you give 25 hours to TV 5 days a week. 25 hours to TV 5 days a week. What could you be possibly doing for you to make you better? But this is after they told me, you know what, well, I'm sick, and the doctor said I need to go walk. I said, you have 5 hours from when you get home to when you go to bed. You can't go walk for 30 minutes in between that somewhere? But comfort comes in, something as subtle as comfort, and it comes in and it robs me. And it's slowly robbing me of my health because it's telling me I'm tired and I need to sit down and I need to rest. And I need to do nothing because I need to just do nothing, and I need to just do nothing, and I need to just do nothing. And after so many years of doing nothing, you look up and it's a different year and it's a different day, but you're getting the same results. What are you allowing? And then the next one is awareness. So when I become aware of me, that means I become aware first of what I've been allowing what I've been allowing to overtake me, what I've been allowing to keep me stuck, what I've been allowing to bring me low, to lower my value. So after I look at what I've been allowing that keeps me from moving, from growing, now I'm aware of it. I'm more aware of it. So not only am I looking at what I've allowed, my weaknesses and my shortcomings and my failures, but now I'm really conscious of it. And now I see my weaknesses, my failures, my shortcomings. They're not good for me. Awareness shines the light and says, look at what this has been doing to you. Look at what comfort has been doing to you. Look at what lack of discipline in your finances have been doing to you. Look at what lack of focus has been doing to you. Look at what laziness and comfort have been doing to you. They've been robbing you of your health. They've been robbing you of your money. It's been robbing you of your time. Yeah, you can binge watch Netflix for 3 days in a row, but it just robbed you. Comfort and entertainment just robbed you of 3 days of your life that you will never get back. So when I become aware, I'm mindful of those things. Well, I'm going to sit, I'm going to watch Netflix, but I'm going to watch it for 3 hours. I'm not watching it for 3 days. Because when I finish watching it for 3 days, how has it advanced me? How has it made me better? How has it done this? What has it done for me? Nothing. So when I become aware of me, not only do I become aware of my strengths and the possibilities, but I become aware of what of the things that I allowed, what they actually did to me. And now that I'm aware, my eyes are open. Come on here. I start making changes in my life. Comfort is good, but comfort has its place. Come on here. We all have experiences. We all have a past. We all have something behind us. And when I become aware, I learn to reflect as opposed to reminiscing and getting stuck. I can think about the past, but I can think about it, and after I come out of it, I'm thinking about taking that very thing behind me and going forward. When I become aware of who I am, I'm aware of my identity, my strengths, my weaknesses, my past failures, my possibilities, my blessings. Come on here. The things that I thought that were a curse, the things that have made me better, the things that have broken me, all of that makes me who I am. And I take all of that now and I use it to make me better. Not to beat myself over the head with it, not to, you know, bring in limiting beliefs, not to lower my standard, not to lower my value, not to remove my self-talk. But when I become aware of me, I take everything, every life experience, everything that's happened to me, everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, and I start to make a better me. Because if you got more life to live, why not live it at your best? Come on here, somebody. Why not live it at your best? Why not live it at your best? If you got more life to live, why not live it at your best? So when I become aware of who I am, I'm not ashamed of my weaknesses. I'm not ashamed of my failures. I'm not ashamed of where I've been. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. I'm not ashamed of what happened behind me. I'm not ashamed of it. I'm using it as fuel for my fire, and I'm going forward. Because awareness now opens my eyes to greater possibility for me. What do you sit and think about that you desire and you know you possibly have the capability of making it happen? Whatever it is, you should go do it. If it's your business, do it. What is it that you think about and you know you are good at it? And you're sitting on it telling yourself you're not good enough because, well, this happened and the money, Because when I become aware of me, I not only become aware of the possibilities, I become aware of my power. You become aware of your power. Oh, listen to me, somebody. You become aware of your power. And what's in my power? In my power is my gifts. In my power is my talent. In my power is my creativity. In my power is a thought process. In my power, there is a mind that works, a sharp mind, an intelligent mind, an educated mind, and it works. And you start putting all of those things together when you become aware of your own identity and you start seeing your strength. The old people would say, I feel my help coming on. Come on here and you start telling yourself, I might be good at this. I might be good at this. I might have something right here. This is a possibility for me. I don't care what your reality looks like. Your reality will lie to you. It's not the reality that you should dwell on. What you should dwell on is the possibility. How far can I go in this thing? What kind of life can I really live? I know the kind of life everybody in my family has lived, but what kind of life can I live? It's got to be more to life than this. And I would sit and say that to myself. It has to be. It has to be more to life than this. It has to be more to life than this, than the street I grew up on and the house that I grew up in with the people that I grew up with. Love the people to death, but it's a whole world full of possibility, full of things to see, full of great people to meet. And I'm just going to sit right here like a bump on a log and I'm not going to do anything. When you become aware of you, my God, you open up the doors. You open up the windows of heaven. You open up what God created for you to be. But you got to have a plan. I asked you in the beginning, what is your plan for personal growth? If there is no plan, awareness will mean nothing. So you got to get a plan for personal growth. And I tell my coaching clients all the time, you need a plan. You have a great talent, you have a great business, but you make all this great money and you blowing all your money and wasting all your time because you don't have a plan for it. It comes in and it goes out. 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 What's your plan? Let's get a game plan to make you better. You can have all the talent you want on a football team, but if there is no game plan, no focus, no intent, no purpose, no reason, no possibility of growth, we're not going to win. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you have no plan for it, When you don't get the job, it's going to be everything. They don't want men. It's racism. They didn't want women. I'm bald. Oh, my hair is too long. I'm too dark. My lips are too big. You're going to find all the other reasons in your life that they didn't accept you, other than I didn't really have a plan for my life. You can have all the business in the world coming to you, but if you don't have a plan for it, eventually it's going to fall apart. Great talent, great idea, but you have no plans. Our children are growing up and we tell our children this: I want you to go to college. But what if college isn't for them? Then what do you tell them? Go to college anyway and you'll find it out. How many of you came out of college and you still don't have a plan for your life? Oh, come on here, somebody. How many of you went to college because your parents said, go to college and get an education? How many of you got an education, but you got a bill too, and you still don't have a plan for your life? Oh, come on here. When you become aware of you become aware of your power. Everybody's superpower is not at a college. Some people have some power down in them. Listen to me. That's why you can't compare yourself to other people. You got to become aware of you. And when you become aware of who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses, your past, your present, your failures, your victories, your shortcomings, your mishaps, when you put all of that stuff together, now you walk in the power of awareness. And I still got possibility in front of me. So when I become aware of that, I become aware of some other things. I become aware that there will be sacrifice. Awareness says I will have to sacrifice now that I know my power. I don't know if it was Superman, one of the superheroes, but the line was, with great power comes great responsibility. Was that Superman? With great power comes great responsibility. So when I become aware of all this power in me, what door am I going to open to allow others to come behind me? Because when you find out who you are, it's not just about you. Come on here. It's about bringing somebody with you. Listen, I learn, I live it, and then I teach it. And I teach it to everybody that wants to listen. I learn it, I live it, and then I teach it. So with great power comes great responsibility. When you become aware, what's next? And the next thing is, I know it's going to be a sacrifice. And I have to ask myself, am I able at any moment to sacrifice who I am for who I need to be? So we're talking about awareness. I become aware of sacrifice. I become aware of growth. I become aware of my level of commitment that has to change. And I become aware of my focus. My focus has to change. My sacrifice is coming, right? I'm aware that I'm going to have to grow. I'm aware that my commitment level has to change. And I'm aware that now I have to focus on some greater things. When I become aware of my power, come on here. When I become aware of my power, listen, I'm aware now that these things have to take place. So for sacrifice, are you able at any moment to sacrifice who you are for who you need to be? Not are you even able? I know you're able, but the greater question is, are you ready to? Are you ready to sacrifice who you are right now for the greater you, to be who you really need to be? There's going to be a sacrifice. Am I willing to sacrifice this messy Natalie right here to be my better self? To be a better me, to be a me that I've never even seen before? Am I willing to sacrifice everything that I have right now to be that better person? What am I willing to give up? And then the next one is, am I willing to commit? What are you willing to do to get there? Today is Nipsey's birthday, and I may he rest in peace. But I've been thinking about that all day. I mean, I wonder how many of us are really in a marathon, or are we just saying it because, he said it? It was evident of what he was doing. But where is your evidence? Where is your evidence of sacrifice? Because he was sacrificing some things. He could have packed up and he could have moved out, but he stayed because he sacrificed. He was holding the door open for other people. What are you willing? What are you doing? I told you last week, if the marathon continues, what role are you playing in it? Same thing with Jesus. If Jesus died and he went back to heaven and you are a Christian, what role are you playing in the body of Christ? What sacrifice are you making? What's your level of sacrifice right now? If the marathon continues, if Jesus got up out of the grave and went back to the right hand of the Father, interceding for us, coming back to get us later, what are you committed to right now? What are you sacrificing? Are you just waiting for another Nipsey to pop up to be a blessing in the community and you just gonna take advantage of that? Or are you waiting on a church bench for Jesus to come back to get you? What are you sacrificing? Oh, come on here, somebody. What are you willing to commit to? The next one. What does your next level look like? There's a next level for everybody, but are you willing to grow to get there? Am I willing to put in the time to be better? Sometimes you got to pull away. Listen to me. Sometimes you got to pull away from everybody, shut everything down and get quiet in order to grow to the next level. Listen, when you plant a seed in darkness. Some of us are saying, God plant me just as clear as this cup. God plant me, but I want to be planted, but I want to be planted in a clear vase and I want to be seen. I want to be planted, God, but I still need to be seen while I'm planted. No. When you put a seed in the ground, it goes deep into the dark soil and you can't see it. But because you see nothing coming up immediately, it doesn't mean nothing is happening in the dark. And so in order for you to grow, you've got to shut everything off and go into a dark place and get quiet. And the next thing after growth is what? Focus. Because when I'm in a dark place and everything is quiet and all the distractions have been removed, I can hear something. And more than hearing right here, I can hear something in here. Some of us have so many people around us, we're listening to everything. And sometimes you need to shut everything down to find out who you really are and what you really need to be doing. We tell our kids go to college because that's all we know to tell them. Because that's what somebody told us. We tell our children at night, sweet dreams. They go to bed and they dream all their lives growing up. We said, sweet dreams, you're going to live your dreams. What is your dream? What do you want to do? And then when they become adults, we make them like us. Stop dreaming, go to work. Stop dreaming, go to college. Well, what I've been dreaming, all those nights you told me sweet dreams, I was dreaming about this. I was dreaming about owning a construction company. I was dreaming about owning a production company. I was dreaming about being a talent scout. I was dreaming about, doing this. I wasn't dreaming about going to college. Well, you going to college today and you're going to go get a job. And we make them like us. We take away their awareness and we teach them to allow stuff. We teach them to allow necessity. Oh, listen to me, somebody. We teach them to allow necessity in their lives over capacity. See, because necessity says you need to eat. Necessity says you need a roof over your head. Necessity says you need clothes on your back. Necessity says you need cable. Necessity says you need to drive a car. Capacity says, God, fill me up to the point where necessity does not govern me, but capacity rules my life. And when I walk in capacity, everything that is necessary in my life, it will be taken care of because my capacity overflows my necessity. Some of us are so consumed by what we need. Oh, listen to me. Some of us are so consumed by what we need that we don't even think about what we are capable of giving. My necessity in my life is so big. I'm aware, God, but I'm aware of what I need over what I'm purposed to do. I'm aware, God, but I'm aware of what I need. The necessities say I need this to live. And capacity says, but if you did me, you would live. Oh, hear me, somebody. He says, greater is he that's in you than he that is in the world. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. And we deny and suppress capacity so that we can walk in necessity. And somebody told us necessity is how we look. So we dress this up instead of dressing this up. And necessity comes in and it robs me of my capacity. And when there is no capacity, when I'm not walking in my full capacity, I don't walk in commitment, and I don't walk in growth, and I don't walk in focus. I don't walk in sacrifice. I don't walk in growth. I don't walk in commitment, and I don't walk in focus. I'm just trying to meet the needs in my life and live. And we start to believe, we stop dreaming, and we start living that. Because, and we start to believe as adults, this is what life is. You go to work, you pay bills, and you die. And if you got some time in between there, go praise God and come back and go to work and pay bills and then praise God a little bit and then you die. Somebody told us that's what life is. And he said, you are made in my image and in my likeness. You are made in my image and in my likeness. You are the shadow of God. You are the shadow of God. So if God spoke all of this into existence, and then he told us, call those things that are not as though they were. What are you calling? Here you are in his image and you're a shadow. He's over here on the east side and you over here under a tree on the west side. That's how it looks. And if you're standing in the sun and your shadow walks away from you, that's demonic. That's something's wrong. That's out of order. Here I am, my shadow, and I'm waving my arms in the sun, and my shadow is standing there like this. Something's wrong. Because here we are, the shadows of God. And here he is moving and speaking and doing, and we're sitting back waiting for him to come back as the shadows. When we should be moving as he moves. In the earth, we should be the examples. We should be the leaders. And sometimes we're the least. Sometimes we're the least. When you come into your power, when you become aware of who you are, when you become aware of who God made you to be. And some of us are trying to walk in it without reading the manual. It's like buying that TV. It's like I told you, it's like buying that TV, buying that bicycle, buying that thing that you put together for your child. It got all these pieces. Look, it's all these pieces left. You didn't read the manual. You went on You went on this. And when this is not focused and the gate of allowance is open, everything comes in here. And when everything comes in here, everything eventually gets in here. And when it gets in here, we start living it out. And as a result, we don't get good things. Come on here. When you become aware of who you are, when you really wake up, you're going to start making some immediate changes in your life. Immediate. That's got to go. That's got to go. You start giving things away. Listen to me. You start emptying out stuff and throwing stuff away and just sitting it out to the curb and calling people and saying, you know what? Hey, it's over. I'm done. Thank you. Love you, people. Deuces. You start making changes because I got a greater possibility. When you become aware, look at this. And when you're not, when you're not average, being comfortable is a joy. When you're not average, being comfortable is annoying. It annoys you. I got to do something. I got to get up. I got to do something. I got to do something. I got to go somewhere. I can't do the routine of the mundane, same thing every day, all the time, same thing, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, same thing, same thing, same thing, same results, same results, same results, same thing, all the time, all the time, all the time. That kills me. That kills me. It needs to change. I need to be thinking something different. I need to be doing something. I need to be working on something, building something. Let's paint something, but let's do something. And some of us like the same thing all the time with no results. No results. It's just the same because I'm comfortable. I know it like the back of my hand. Don't change it up. Don't fix it. Don't distort it. Don't move it. I know it in the dark. I can do it in the dark because I know it that well. And God is saying, I'm trying to advance you. I'm trying to bring you higher. I'm trying to get you out of a comfort zone. But some of us are being, he's dragging us out by our feet. And he's saying, get out, come on, come out. Come out, come out. I'm trying to show you better. Come out, start the business. Call the people back. Call them back. I'm talking. Come on, go forward, get up. Teach, do something, go for the promotion, go for the audition, get up, make it happen. You're next. He says, I'm trying to make you aware of who you are. He says, and when you become aware of who you are, your attitude changes. That's when people start telling you, oh, you think you better. Oh, you think you better than us. Told you that last week. I don't think I'm better than you. I think I'm better than I was yesterday. That's my goal. My goal is not to be better than you. I'm not in competition with you. My goal is to be better tomorrow than I was today. My goal is to, if I did an hour yesterday and 3.5 miles yesterday, I'm going to be better than I was tomorrow. I'm going to do 4.5 miles tomorrow. My goal is to be better than I was yesterday, not to be better than anybody. And if I'm always working on being my better self, I'm just always in competition with me. Because I got a plan and I got a goal and I'm trying to get somewhere and I'm trying to do something and I'm trying to leave an inheritance for my children's children. I'm trying to pour something down. I'm trying to make the possibility great for me so it's even greater for my kids behind me, my people behind me. I'm trying to do something different. I'm trying to break a curse. I'm trying to break that thing of acceptance that this is all life is supposed to be. I'm trying to break it. I know the best people are not on TV. The best people live in my house. I don't want to look at the people on TV when we got all of this possibility right in our house, right in my house. I don't want to know how the Kardashians made it. I want to make it somewhere. I want to do something. My husband always says, I want to change a city. Come on here, because greater is he that's in us. I want to be good at what I do. I want to be great at what I do. I want to do it in excellence. And all of that changes your attitude. And so it raises my standard. It causes me to live a standard according to the plan, according to my possibility. And when I raise my standard, I'll do what? I'll raise my value. I know what I'm worth. And I'm not lowering the value because people don't get it. Listen to me, and I'm going to be honest with you. I put the mentorship out there. Everybody wanted to do mentorship when they thought it was free. And I sit with people all the time, but as soon as I tell you this is what I'm worth to me, people don't want to pay it. And they immediately don't think you're worth that. I know I'm worth it. And it doesn't mean I'm going to lower the price because you don't think it's worth it. Oh, come on here, somebody. How many times does somebody come to you and you're in business and they tell you, well, you're going to give me a discount? No. Don't lower your value because people don't understand. Your whole mindset changes. And my daughter says something to me, Mom, when you raise the price, you'll get the people that can pay the price. But if you keep lowering the price, you'll keep getting the same people. Shifted my whole attitude, my whole mindset. My whole mindset changed. So I'm not coming down to meet you. If you want it, you got to come get it. Giraffes eat where they can see. And if you still got turtle mentality, I'm not talking to you. And that might be offensive to somebody. But I'm telling you the truth. Because I'm not reminiscing. I reflected and I know what I'm capable of and I know what I'm worth. And because other people don't get the value does not mean I'm going to lower the value to accommodate. I do not accommodate anymore. Not anymore. Your whole attitude changes. And that's why people move out. That's why people move away. Because if you get where you want to go and you stay where the thought process doesn't change, it will rob you. Ask Nipsey's family. It robbed him. Here he is sent in to help, but just like Jesus, he came in to save us and we killed him. We killed the way. Here Nipsey is and we killed the way. Because if people won't stand up, if all they want to do is sit down, you need to go to a different group of people. Your attitude needs to change. And the people whose attitudes don't change, they're going to have all kinds of problems with you. Well, I was offended by that. And I felt that you were, and you're supposed to be a first lady. And what would God think if, I look at all of that. Read your Bible. Read the scripture. If you want to throw God at me and tell me who I am, read the scripture. Said he made us more than conquerors, above and not beneath, the head and not the tail. And here we are, the tail, and we're chasing it. Oh, come on here, somebody. It's more in us, you guys. And I'm going to keep saying it till I go to my grave. It's more in you. It is more in you. You need to change the way you think, to change what you say, to change your habits, to change your attitude, to change your life. You need to change it. Change the way you think, to change what you say to you, to change your attitude, to change your habits, to change your life. And I'm looking for those people who are ready to do something, who are willing to be better. I don't want to hear the sad stories over and over and over again. At what point do we stand up and walk in our power? You should go get everything that is yours. Don't wait for it to come to you. Go get it. Your attitude should change. It's got to change. It has to. And when you really come to understand your why over what is the reality? Why is the possibility? Listen to me. What is your reality? What is where you are right now? But my why gets me up every morning looking for something greater. Because I can tell you what is happening in my life. My husband has leukemia. My daughter's got this issue. Doctors just called me with this issue going on with her right now. That's what is happening in my life. But my why says it's greater. And so I don't wake up depressed over what's happening around me. No, no, no. Possibility says it's greater. What is right now reality? And my why is possibility, and it's greater. So you become unstoppable. Your attitude shifts. Be mindful of what you allow. Your weaknesses, your shortcomings, your failures. Stop allowing that stuff to overtake you. Become aware of it, write it down, and get rid of it. When you become aware of who you are, start looking at the good stuff of you, the power of you, and start working on your weak stuff. But stop allowing the weak stuff to overtake you. And then when I become aware of who I am, I start to learn the power that I possess, what you actually walk in. And then your attitude changes. It becomes oh my God, I can do that? You mean, oh my God, you mean to tell me? You start looking at yourself in a whole different light, especially when even when other people can't see it, you start to see you. And when you grab a hold of that thing, you start building something from the inside out. And then your life starts to shift. Your life starts to change. Your attitude changes. And you don't see people, you don't hear their words. You just start moving in what you've been ordered by God to move in. He says, I've given you everything you need. I've given you everything you need to be you, to be your best self, to be a difference maker in the world, to represent him well. He says, I've given you everything you need. Listen, most of us are people, everybody wants to be rich. I don't want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. Because rich, you can get it winning the lotto. Because with rich, there comes no process. I want to be wealthy because I built something to get here. I built me from the inside out to be able to handle this when I got here. I built something in my children to be able to handle it when I leave it. Wealthy is a mindset. I don't want to be rich to drive a car and wear a chain and live in a house. No, no, I want to be wealthy because wealthy is a standard of living. It's who God said we should be. Solomon was the richest and the wisest man that lived. He was in the scripture. And here I am living paycheck to paycheck. It's a mindset. You got to be able, many of us can't get it because we're not ready for it. Many people won't get riches because they're not ready for it. Wealth comes with a process to build who you are. So you might have a business with no discipline and wealth will not come. You got to build you, and then the talent comes out. And it can be, now it has something to sustain it. Be mindful of what you allow. Become aware of what you allow. Become aware of who you are. Become aware of your power. Take all of the stuff, the good, the bad, the ugly. Become aware of who you are and walk in your own power. And when you start to walk in your power, your mind shifts, your attitude changes, and you change the way you think, to change your self-talk, to change what you say to you, to change your attitude, to change your habits, to change your life. Keep that in mind. Allowance, awareness, acceptance, attitude, and the last one I was going to talk about was action. Then we take action. Allowance, awareness, being aware, accepting it all, right? Changing my attitude. And when I change my attitude, then I take action. And you become unstoppable. Nothing stands in your way. Listen to me. And then God starts to open doors because he says, now you are ready. Now you're mature enough. You're moving in a place, come on here, where you can handle where I want to take you. Be mindful of the A's. I think it's 4 or 5 of them. It's 4 of them. Allowance, awareness, acceptance, attitude, and action. Be mindful of it. God bless you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the feedback. It has been amazing. So I think I'll continue to do this. If you guys keep showing up, I'll keep showing up. All right. Next Tuesday, I won't go live next Tuesday. I think I'll be live on Monday, but I will share it. I will post it. But share the video as much as you can. Share it with your friends. And I would love to hear from you. Email me at NKOEMPS. If the videos are helping you, making a difference in your life, just email me, let me know. Listen, also this Saturday, if you can make it, I'll be at the East Vale Bible Church. And I'm sorry, I do not have the address. I will post it on my page, but this Saturday, 8 o'clock, 8 to 12, I'll be speaking at the East Vale Bible Church near Corona, right off the 15. If you want to make the drive, I would love to see you guys, but it is 8 o'clock in the morning. It's about half an hour from Compton, wherever you are. But I would love to see you if you can make it out. God bless you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. You guys have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.